Hi Scorpio, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a love reading for you guys, right? And these are general Scorpio, so please take what fits and what doesn't, right? And you have a lot of majors in this deck, and this is a different deck, so it has a little bit of a different uh, appeal or kind of vibe to it. It does. It's still the major. It's still, based on kind of the original deck here, right? So we see all the usual characters. We do. And there's a lot of majors here. We have the Fool, the Star, Temperance, the Wheel, all majors over here in your reading except the Queen of Swords. I beg your pardon, you guys. You also have the King of Wands showing up in your challenge. Your person has the King of Wands in their challenge too, so maybe they are a fire sign, or maybe there's a fire sign involved, maybe even a Sagittarius, because I have Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune both, and that's not very common, right? The Queen of Swords is here twice, so both of you are really looking at the situation closely, maybe judging it, but somebody's guarded here as well. Yeah. So, and this Queen of Swords, it's in the challenge. Maybe you have felt guarded about this person, about your person. You could be going on a new journey with somebody. We have quest to return and they're open to love here. We do with my cards, right? And so, with these cards, it looks like one of you is returning to somebody. I do feel like if you're returning or your person is returning to somebody, it could be, it's probably love, right? Because we see they're open to love. But, this Fool card over here, he's kind of fell in the water, Scorpio, and the kitty cat's looking at him like, well, come on, you can climb up here. He's trying to climb back up, right? But long story short, I feel like you might feel like you took a chance on this person and it was like, well, I made a mistake, but, I didn't know any better, or I used my best judgment at the time, because this is usually what we do, right? We just kind of trust in wherever we are at in our life, right? And sometimes we learn, sometimes we succeed, but sometimes we don't. But from that, loss, we learn. Yeah, this is what the good thing, that loss, everything in life has typically something good, right? Or another side to it, right? And so here you have the Star. Maybe you are like trying to heal yourself, but I feel like you have this Queen of Swords in your challenge. She's holding the cracked mirror. Is it cracked? No, it's not. She's looking at, I can't tell, but she's looking at herself. It could be. But she's kind of looking at herself, but she's not really seeing herself, which is really interesting here. I feel like you are kind of like discerning a situation about this person, and you might feel like this person is letting their guard down in a situation. And what I mean by that is that they're going on some type of a journey. Maybe you want to return to them. Maybe they want to return to somebody else. Maybe you don't want to return to them at all, because you look like you definitely like, well, I made a mistake here with my judgment with the Fool, because he has fallen in the water. And so you have Temperance, and this is, you could be saying to yourself, I might be on my own journey here, right? And so Temperance is kind of like, in this particular Temperance, she sat down here and she's looking up at the butterfly like, well, I don't really care what anybody thinks here. I'm going on this journey. But you could be questioning this person. You could be doing that. Like, well, they let their guard down and now they're going on this journey. And whatever journey you or your person might be, it's the kind of journey where I don't give a shit what anybody else thinks, right? My mother-in-law can call me all day long. My friends and family, I don't care. There's a really independent, kind of fearless, there could be fear involved, but the journey is being taken anyway, or the path. And you have the Wheel of Fortune over here. It's broken up here. It is. And this is kind of like, maybe you are kind of, this could be you maybe, but I feel like it's more about this person. Like, it looks like you kind of are maybe a little afraid that this person is taking this journey, but in your heart, you're kind of saying, well, like they haven't grown or something like that, or their judgment is off, or just something like that. And you might feel like you joining up with them was a bad decision. You could be in that kind of energy here. Yeah. Because the wheel is broken and the devil's showing up here on this wheel of fortune, right? This is about fate and destiny. Maybe you thought that you were fated for this person, and now, like, it's just kind of maybe everything is changing. There's a huge change in this reading. I feel like there is. Your person showed up with the Queen of Swords in the world, so here they are questioning whether or not their journey is going to be like successful, I believe, right? Maybe in the past they were kind of questioning whether or not they should go on this journey. There is some type of whatever this journey is, right? I really can't tell, but it looks like it's about love. It does, but whatever they are, questioning here, I feel like in the past they were more questioning it, and now they're like, screw it. Yeah, it's kind of that energy. Your person might be this Queen of Pentacles. And interestingly enough, we have the two King of Wands in this reading, and they're different, right? That's what the kind of the uniqueness about this deck is. Let's see why they have the Queen and the King of Wands in their challenge. Yeah, and this Queen of Pentacles is in their challenge, and somebody's begging the Queen. Like, this person here is at their knees. Your person might be, I'm not going to say they have to beg somebody for to return possibly, but there's something here that your person is afraid of, that either maybe it's their fear about, they're going on this journey regardless. I feel like they are, but they do have some type of fear possibly that somebody won't believe them, or somebody might not join them because of the courage, because of a lack of courage possibly, or what they have done here. It's also possible your person is, maybe if they are thinking about returning to you, that you might not want them. Yeah, that, they might have to beg you. It's in the challenge. The man's kind of begging the Queen here. And, meanwhile, there's a volcano erupting in the back, which is interesting, right? So let's see what it says here about the Queen of Pentacles in this deck. Your person could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. They definitely could. Here they have the King of Wands, and he's crouched over trying to do something here on his throne, right? And so let's see what it says. The King of Wands saw the sprout from the wand, and he's now going to put the thought of planting it into the ground into action. Yeah, your person wants to grow something down here, and it's in their challenge. Like, it looks to me like they're doing it anyway, but they have fear, like, about this journey. Yeah, it does look like that. Planting a tree is not a simple task for him because he hasn't done any hard work. In addition, he does not even stand up from the throne and just tapping the ground theoretically. Maybe he did not want to step down from the throne for just a little while. He will realize himself to be weak in practical performances. Yeah, your person here, this journey, they're kind of afraid, and they're kind of afraid here that it might not pan out for them. That's what's going on here. I feel like in a way you're kind of knowing, well, this person, my person, it looks like they have the courage to go on this journey, but it's possible they might flop. You could be like also thinking that over here with this fool who has fallen in the water. That could be your person's energy, right? This person, I feel like, is trying to, like, have hope, about their future, but you're either doubting them or questioning them or just something like that. But and you could be feeling like this person is kind of, they've been trying to, like, they haven't had the courage, but I beg your pardon, you guys, that they are trying to put their guard down in order to do it. Yeah. And so this king down here in your person's challenge, he is in need of help of someone who is very wise and full of knowledge and power. Yeah, they're afraid that their journey here is going to flop. It's going to take a dive. And your person might have to, like, really ask somebody for forgiveness, kind of. And remember, it said about this King of Wands that they didn't do any, like, whatever your person has done in the past and this journey that they're trying to go on, like they didn't either even prepare for it, or they have done something in their past that is bringing them like fear right now. Like, well, maybe they did something wrong, because this man here who is on his knees in front of the queen is kind of knowing they did something wrong here. The Chariot card is showing up for them, and this is, what they're hoping. But the Lion fell asleep here, almost like they could be afraid somebody else won't have courage. I feel like your person is afraid somebody doesn't trust them down here, and won't either help them with their endeavor or their journey, or won't have the courage, or won't believe in them. And so here's your person wanting this journey with the Chariot, but the Lion is asleep here, and he's blocking the journey, the Chariot, and the man is standing here. So, this is something they want, but the Lion fell asleep here, like possibly that, that the courage has been blocked here. And this King of Wands over here, the Lion's not showing up. And, many times, most of the time, the Lion is here with the King of Wands. So your person's afraid on some level. They have the Knight of Cups here, and this is going to be in their fear and their doubts. Yeah, so they're going forward very earnestly, but they're afraid somebody won't believe them. Yeah, it's really kind of what's going on. And that they're not going to, have their journey. And I feel like over here, it's also possible here in your challenge that you kind of put your guard down about this person. It is possible. Like you kind of knew that this person is kind of veering off the course with you possibly, and you put your guard down, and now they kind of turn around and they're telling you something, or they're off on this own journey. But you are the one you're showing your wisdom up here, and your person is showing a little bit of fear down here. I feel like they are. So we're going to end this reading, Scorpio. And I feel like you are using your kind of intuitive judgment here. You have the star right here. And, the star is a very spiritual card. It's a star, right? Yeah, for sure. So we're going to end this reading. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me here. God bless you guys. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe.